Rory Gunn is my name, and I race a Holden BB Commodore in the muscle division.
Yeah, my name's Brad Bassett. The car's an XR6 Turbo.
My name is Paul Leeberter. I run in the iRace production car category.
So my name's Peter. I've been racing now a Radical for just half a season.
My name's Rod Gurney. The category I race in is the muscle division of iRace in a GD Falcon.
When you first get strapped in, you obviously there's anticipation about what's about to happen.
You know, your heart starts going at 1,000 beats a minute. You know, you get that little feeling in the pit of your stomach.
It's really hot. It starts sweating instantly. The nerves start taking over.
You get that nervous feeling, but as soon as you drive out on the track, it seems to go away.
It's very easy to get distracted with a bit of a holy cow, I'm on a racetrack kind of thing.
During the warm-up lap, it's usually trying to weave the car backwards and forwards to get some heat into the brakes and the tyres.
You're trying to warm tyres up, you're trying to warm brakes up. You're basically having a good look at the track.
I guess the warm-up lap is all about warming the car up as much as possible. When you pull up on the grid at the start of the race, your heart's going pretty hard. You know that there's a good chance that someone's going to have a go at overtaking you. At the same time, it's your best opportunity to go past someone else.
It's where you become fairly focused, fairly intense. Your heart rate is probably a lot higher than it normally is.
And the adrenaline pumping, we're ready to go. So.
Your heart rate escalates because there's a lot of anticipation attached to what's about to happen.
But when I first started, the nerves took over a little bit and the heart rate used to go up. But now it's not too bad.
Usually the start, once you let the clutch out and go, it's pretty much mayhem.
When that red light went out, it was time to go. And then when I took off, it was the first time ever that I felt, I've got an opportunity to pass someone here on the straight.
I thought, wow, are you allowed to do that? Like, guys were just going ballistic.
I think I feel angry when the race starts. You know, it's kind of funny. You're so pumped up, you're so aggressive.
The first half lap's probably the most exciting of the whole race.
You know, everything else just goes out the window, and it's just all about just trying to get through that first corner as far up as possible.
On the track, when you're starting off, it's one of the most important things is just keep an eye on everything that's around you and what's going on, especially if it's raining or it's wet.
What you're focused on when you're there to try and get that smooth rhythm and get the car going as fast as it can go.
So yeah, it's full-on concentration level to make sure that you don't turn in front of somebody or cause an accident, because those faster cars, they will drive around you if you maintain your line, but it's just watching what's going on all the time.
Once you settle into a bit of a rhythm, you've got to start to think about where you're going to get in the race. I mean, obviously there's a point sometimes you reach where you realise you're not going to get any further ahead, and certainly you might not need to protect the position from behind.
I'm instantly thinking, okay, so don't make any mistakes, because the only way he's going to get past me is if I make a mistake.
How am I going to get around this little car? Even though I was in front of him, he actually went past me. So my next move was, how can I drive a bit smoother? and I actually caught up to him because I started to settle down a little bit. Instead of driving more erratic, I started to settle down and drive a lot smoother around the track. One little distraction can actually put you off the track and into the wall.
To avoid distraction, I guess you've really got to, again, it's just a concentration matter. You've got to have very good, I guess, feel for what's going on right around you. Obviously a race car with a full face helmet on is a fairly confined environment, but you've still got to try and think about what might be coming up beside you, behind you, whatever the case may be. But
Probably one of the things that will focus you the most is to scare yourself. And generally, if you're right at the limit of the car, you'll be constantly correcting and driving the car on its limits.
it is a massive job to stay focused. You're trying to do multiple tasks at once. You're trying to look ahead to the next corner. You're thinking ahead, probably 1 or 2 corners ahead. You never ever let off until you actually go past the checkered flag.
Sometimes with a lap to go, I'll decide whether I can chase the car in front and go for it, or whether there's one close behind me, whether I've got to defend.
When you get to the end of the race, if there's someone just in front of you, you want more laps, you want more time.
You're watching the track, you're watching different temperatures and things on your car, and everything seems to be going quite smoothly.
Sometimes you're just hanging out for the checkered flag, but
Yeah, no, you're working very hard, and I don't count the laps. I just wait for the checkered flag at the end of it. So at the end of the race, when it's over, you sort of go, oh, beauty, it's over, I can rest now.
Usually when it's almost like a big breath of air and I'm exhausted.
Physically, it's a relief that's that side of things over. And then the second thought that goes through your head is really just, what happened in the race.
I think you can start to breathe then once the checker flag comes on.
All your energies are sort of gone just from that intense focus.
if you had a good race, obviously it's a good feeling.
And that one I had a win, so I was pretty stoked. And yeah, I was just really happy with the way the car was, and with the driving out there. So it was good.